It's harvest time in the garden, and I'm with Jan McNeelan. And Jan, you've had a really good year in your garden, and a lot of people have not, but it's not to say don't ever try again.
That's true. Actually, we planted, the latest garden we've ever planted was actually like the 3rd week of June.
And beautiful things, so it's never too late, really?
Yeah, it also depends on the varieties that you choose and how long the season's supposed to be. So
definitely.
It doesn't hurt to pick short season varieties, especially in the valley, in the Willamette Valley, and even when your frost comes a little earlier in central and eastern Oregon, they get longer, the hotter days.
It makes up for it.
And it makes up for it. So here we have a whole bunch of some Roma tomatoes and some other tomatoes here. Some peppers.
How cool.
Yeah, we've had quite a few. And a green tomato, and we'll talk about that in just a second. What I do want to not forget, and that's why this is here, is that for years and years and years and years, I've canned tomatoes.
A big process.
Right, but if you have enough room in your freezer, have a freezer big enough, just take a Ziploc freezer bag or a freezer bag of some kind, and just without peeling, I'm going to get one here, without peeling, without having to take the skins off, I just slice the blossom end off, take the stem out, cut that stem out, quarter it, throw it in a bag.
And not blanching? No, nothing?
No, no.
Too easy.
Yeah, soup, stews, spaghettis, whatever you're going to make, anything with tomatoes.
Oh, nice.
And what'll happen is the skins, when you cook it, they just kind of roll up, and they float to the top. You just pick them off and you're done.
Or they disappear.
Yeah, or you don't worry about it. So that's one of the easiest ways. Yeah, it's the easiest way. And there again, too, you don't have to have like a whole can or batch of tomatoes. You can just have enough for one bag or a half a bag and just keep throwing them in until you have a whole bag.
Nice. Now, what do you do with green tomatoes? It's like, when do you know that you can pick them and put them on the counter and they'll actually turn?
Well, they're starting to get sort of white, at least this variety, the red, white and translucent color. And then that tomato, if I just let it sit out on the counter in the kitchen, will turn to red.
Okay. And then what if I want to make, I've heard about fried green tomatoes. Is that tasty?
Yes. The translucent, slice them up, dip them, and you can dip them in flour and egg and fry them. And my mom used to chop up fresh basil and sour cream.
Good.
You could do fat-free sour cream, but I'm not sure that it would have that same flavor.
Sounds very tasty.
Good. And we talked about this a little bit earlier.
And that's a root.
Yeah, it's like guess the root. And the only reason I bring this to your attention is just that it's fennel. And for those of you who know what fennel's supposed to look like, this isn't it. So sometimes your best laid plans don't come out the way you think, and it's supported a large plant, but that's all there is for this year.
But maybe you'll try it again next year.
I might. So we'll see.
And then I see that you have a zucchini and an eggplant here.
Yeah, lots of zucchini. We use a lot, canning, fresh, etc. The best size most people like is just the smaller variety, but it's the big ones are fine. Eggplant, I've had several big ones even with a short season this year. And then the folks that walk and their dogs and bike on our street take lots of the extras out of the free box in the front by the mailbox. So.
Oh, it's nice to give them away. Great idea.
Sure.
Well, thanks for showing us all of your harvest, and I hope everyone had a great harvest in their vegetable garden and start planning for next year.
Right. Get those catalogs out and start thumbing through.
Definitely. Thanks.